Right, come on then, mate. You said in the last video that we should be copying the Aussies. So what makes the Aussies so bloody special? Apart from the heat, right. The fact it's 22 hours on a plane.
Yeah. So, two big differences in my view, and I've seen. One is they're all about the agent, how to become a great agent, not how to run a great agency, which in this country we seem to be having a lot of coaches on how to grow an estate agency. How about how to be a freaking great agent, $1 million agent, I think my view is it's bloody hard to do 200 grand a year in fees as one agent. So to me, the UK equivalent is a 200 grand agent, is $1 million agent.
Yes, because their fees are a hell of a lot more, aren't they?
Yeah, and I was working it out, and I think US dollars to UK pounds and stuff like that. It's just, I've just worked. I've tried my own model. I was my own model for 18 months, 2 years. I know the capacity levels. I know we don't want to be a pompous, high-end agent. We don't want to be a low-end flat agent either. We want to have a mixture of good volume.
So come on then, what can we learn from the Aussies?
Self-employed, period.
Okay, but we had the Americans with Remax come over 10 years ago and that didn't work.
Yeah, so Americans are all airy-fairy, will sell a property part-time whilst we're doing something else as well.
Okay.
Right? It's like a sideline, I think, for a lot of Americans, because Australia's serious, relentless.
So do you think it's Australia is where we should be focusing our attention, not America then?
Yeah, massively.
Okay. So my understanding with Australia is that you have like an umbrella organisation and you have people who work in the branch as kind of like admin support, and then you have self-employed, what I would call, or you might call, listers or valuers that go out and get the business.
Yeah, but they see it through as well. Big difference.
What do you mean see it through?
So they might list it and value it, but then they're accountable to it. They're doing the negotiations. It's not passing down to a team of 3 or 4 negs that have been doing it with respect a couple of years. That person that's saying, look, you pay me 10 grand, that's my fee, and I'm going to get you the best outcome.
Yeah, but in Australia, the fees are a hell of a lot more.
Yeah, but I'm sure it's relative. I'm sure the costs are more on the Gold Coast to have a shop and to have staff and all that kind of stuff. But suppose if you're earning more of the income, if you're self-employed, because you're not going to be earning a salary, you're going to be earning almost like a percentage of the. You are going to earn. I mean, you employ self-employed people, don't you? We've got self-employed, yeah. But I mean, they all are, apart from my co-agent, Callum. He's employed by me.
And what sort of monies are they taking home themselves? Not what they're bringing into the business. Are we talking 30, 40 grand or 50, 60, 70, 80, 90?
50, 60, 70, 80, 90, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but like anything...
Do they have to work for it?
They're nuts off. And too right as well.
Well, I suppose you should be if you're earning that sort of money.
Yeah, well, the problem is...
But are they more... how are they up here? Are they happy doing the job?
Yeah, they love it, because they're getting the kind of lifestyle they want. So they get the lifestyle, they're getting the kind of clients they want, they're being able to say no to a client they don't want. So I'll say to James, look, if you don't want to deal with that client, just say to him.
He's one of your partner agents, self-employed agents.
He's our biggest performer.
How many have you got?
Found is 5.
You got 5?
James, Mike, Clive, Callum's an agent now as well, and we've got one more coming on soon.
Okay.
And
do you want any more, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay.
2018 is now we've got the support network nailed.
Okay.
We're going to scale up with and give other agents the opportunity to.
Good stuff. Well, more of that probably later. Let's come back to. So, what exactly do they do for their money then?
Get and look after and move clients.
Is it the fact they're self-employed that makes the difference, or is it the fact that they are now accountable to themselves, or does that run the same? Is that the same thing? What do you think?
They're accountable to me as well, because if they're not living the brand standards and they're not pushing the brand forward, then there's no point in being here. I don't want to be providing them a solution for their convenience. We're all pushing for the same thing, but they just get more choice. As in, I don't want to deal with that 200 grand flat, and that's he might quote themselves out of it, and the seller will say, look, it's a bit high, and he'll say, no problem at all. There's another agent within Power Bespoke who I'm sure could help you for a lower fee, and guess what happens?
They get it.
They agree to the fee because they want him to sit in the living room because he's the one that's been recommended.
But if I gave up my job at Countrywide and came to you, I'd have no money coming in on month one. Is there any kind of parachute payments, or you could help out?
Yeah.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah.
You'd kind of like a bit like the parachute payments going out from the Premiership into the Championship, but it's the other way around. You're helping them ease themselves in.
Yeah. There's
because we've all got mortgages to pay. Sorry, jumping in, mate.
No, you're right. You know, people have got. The thing is, I guess I want to attract people that have got the full ability and capability to start their own.
Yes.
But just want the sense of culture and collection of people and teams and support and.
So is there like a team environment here?
Yeah, massively. Yeah, Monday's in its office, so it's such an inspiring place to be. You know, you've got Mike, who's not doing too well, and James doing amazingly well, and they're talking to each other and helping each other. They're coming to me with asking me things of how I should handle the situation.
But it's not as if they're in competition with each other, are they?
No.
And they're sharing ideas.
Mm.
Do they take personal responsibility on their own training?
To a certain extent, yeah. I'll match half of it, but I'm not going to pay for all their training because
again, that's where if you go to Australia, they have that ARIC conference, and it costs hundreds of dollars to go there, and all the guys there pay for themselves. The bosses don't pay for them.
No, that's good.
You wouldn't get that at the NEG conference or the ALA conference, would you?
Because we've got this handout. We've got this handout mentality in the UK.
Really? Go on, tell me more.
What are you going to do for me? Well, how about what you're going to do for me, and then what I can do for you? I just think it's a real.
Do you think that is do you think that's the broken model of the UK state agency then?
Yeah.
Employee, what can you do for me?
Yeah. I think there's this employee with high targets. It's still an employee. How about not targeting him quite so much and not making him an employee, making him self-employed? I wonder what happened there. I've had James come to me and say, I want to go self-employed now. He didn't have the confidence to do it when he first come from Countrywide because he was battered and he didn't want to. He was just really worried about, is he going to be an agency much longer? He's fallen out of love with it.
Yeah.
Now he's like...
He's firing all cylinders.
He was like, I really want to specialise in kind of development, agricultural to residential, which is there's a lot around here. And I was like, mate, crack on. Like, do what gets you going in the morning, and that then ain't work. He hates the fact of going to a 200 grand flat, which is fair enough. He's been doing it 15 years, but Callie loves them. So Callie goes and does them, and he's loving it.
What do you get out of that, though, apart from obviously a percentage of the income? What floats your boat with it?
Promotion, I guess, helping people increase their personal brand, because I think that's what it comes down to ultimately, your personal brand. Are you going to return that phone call or not? Because if you're not going to, then it's your personal brand, I don't care.